Take me where the sky grows, it would even have red stars. I want to see civilizations that believe in immortality, where from the sand, the Luxors and the mystery and the Colossi will teach us that years are just numbers. In love, take me where tailors know how to make fine clothes. I want, instead of arms, leaves and petals, instead of kisses, all the flowers in the world that were once picked, touching you tenderly to embrace you. Take me where it snows endlessly with cherry blossom petals and where a bison is being lured to rap from its horn on a mountain as big as the world, a giant ivory castle, and where my longing for you becomes your longing. Take me where butterflies soar and feast on pollen. I want to watch them laugh at people and how fleeting they are so we can laugh too. Maybe when the Garden of Eden loves you, thousands of crocuses and butterflies, other flowers, take me one day where two rivers rise together. I feel that we both need to make the compromise. Maybe our meeting, which happened like chaos, will bring the Euphrates towards the Tigris, take me back where old signs have surfaced. Maybe the sun now, it's just a lie. What if Ra and Isis returned from another life, called us to Atlantis to rule it together? Take me where clouds grow. They'll reveal the surprise and smile fully to make us happy. When in your jade from Iris, Yaziza will be reflected and would call a tireless one thousands of miles back. Take me where in the morning little fairies come out of the sea and throw us with seaweed and they play and smile. I want to be with you there and for you to be with me here. Too far doesn't exist for fairies when they love. Take me deeper into the sea when the sand is hot. Maybe one morning mountains will grow from us. Then the sun would give us more time and slightly spin the earth. A millennium back, take me where you've never been before. To understand what the daily portion means in a glance, the wonder of flowers and stars, I, from this good man who travels the world, sowing love in it, take me where merchants sell love in the bazaar, from stalls filled with dreams. I want to buy yours, I would give my eyes for free to a good craftsman, to carve them in stone to protect you from harm. Take me where there is no evil and the sun shines all day, to lands where kindness grows like trees. I want us to be pure and eternal like children's laughter. They take Eden, you take Zizi and make peace with the world. Take me where one evening we will dance with joy and with the moonbeams that laugh at you. When you look at them, where green butterflies fly, carrying brooms on their wings like blue petals. Since you love me, take me where humanity began shyly with you and ended earlier. It was divided in two, like a wandering sea between the world on my side and the endless desert that connects the two of us. Take me to winter, but holding my hand, gods and temples will celebrate because in the end we found each other again. You will find out that you are a king and I am not just a concubine, but Semiramida, the very one who loved you through the centuries.
Good morning and Merry Christmas to everyone. It's time to do this special Q&A. I started with a few minutes that you just watched because I thought it was the best way to introduce Ginny. Yes, the lyrics you heard were written by Ginny during the time when we met. Basically, that's our poem.
That's what I call it too, yes.
And that's what I want. First of all, because it's a Q&A about us, it's a Q&A about how we met, about how we are, about who we are, and what plans we have for the future. And of course, most of the questions were about Ginny, obviously, because she's new to the channel, and that's what I want to introduce to you as much as possible. I don't know how to do it authentically and as simply as possible, because she doesn't like it at all when I talk about her. She told me and warned me several times, but I have to say a few things. Ginny is absolutely brilliant, even if she gets mad at me. I have to say this. She's an extraordinary soul in person. Did you see the lyrics she wrote? Honestly, I don't know how she wrote that. Just a few words. She is a poet, a philosopher, that's how I like to call her.
Well, I like philosophy.
Now, I want to say I'll let you talk a little about yourself. I know you're very modest and you don't like it, but people need to know a few things about you because that's what this vlog is about.
I like it. I really like philosophy because philosophy means a lover of wisdom. Being a philosopher means loving wisdom, and we all seek wisdom. Isn't that what it ultimately comes down to? But my skills, because I saw there are a lot of questions about this, I don't necessarily consider myself a philosopher.
Me? Yes.
I consider myself a seeker of wisdom, but at the core, I'm a pharmacist. I graduated in pharmacy and I specialized in nutrition
I attended the Faculty of Pharmacy in Cluj. Yes, yes.
at University of Medicine and Pharmacy in Cluj, and I'm a nutritionist.
Nutritionist, that will show on me soon.
We're trying, but we don't have much to work on except correcting certain dietary indiscretions.
I started by cutting sugar out of my daily routine and it's actually going well.
It's a big deal, a big step.
I'm glad you found me a good tasting substitute.
Yes, I looked for several options. Stevie, that's why I didn't let you try stevia. I thought you wouldn't like it. And then there will be a total refusal from the very first moment of change, thank you. And it will be a brutal return to sugar.
It's possible that if I had been given stevia the first time and I didn't like it, I would have refused the other options afterwards.
That's why I went with agave and I
Still,
thought carefully about how to do it.
very well done. So you're a pharmacist, nutritionist, philosopher. Not that I put you on the spot right from the start. Yeah. You'll find out a lot more details about Ginny in the upcoming vlogs. As you saw, she doesn't like talking about herself, and I understand. And anyway, I know it's pretty hard to just start exposing yourself publicly. Your life. Because that's what happens when you become a YouTuber. And I can already say that you are a YouTuber. We already have a lot of vlogs together.
It's the same when you have to step out of your comfort zone, let's say. You know, because the topic of loneliness is also a debatable subject.
Yes.
We are two similar souls, and from this point of view, we're not necessarily introverted people, but we are people who have chosen not loneliness, but solitude. That's right.
You're absolutely right. And I really want to say here, because now I remember some of the questions, and after that we'll take them one by one. That's mostly what it was about, and most of the questions were about us. How did we manage to meet and get to know each other? Well, I can say it was a meeting that rarely happens in the world.
Exactly, it was chaotic.
So we are extremely lucky and we are living some extraordinary moments, but it's a bit too much. We won't discuss that since it's very personal.
Definitely.
What we've been through these past months, nothing can really be told. You just can't explain it.
No.
I can't.
Say that.
I think the most sensitive among you have seen and felt our emotions and what we went through. And I at least want to wish all of you followers that at some point you get to experience this, and I do too.
I really wish that every person could feel at least once in their life what we are feeling.
Yes, it's something great, something beyond what we both experienced so far, and somehow we've prepared ourselves for this. Because as you know, you've been following me on YouTube. I was alone for a very long time, almost 2 years. Somehow she was single again, and we met right when we were both ready for it.
Yes, exactly when we passed that self-discovery test, because that's what it's all about. We reached the point where we could achieve a certain level of self-awareness, which allowed us to see the world differently.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Knowing and accepting yourself, including your strengths and weaknesses, is important. Don't be afraid to be alone with yourself in a room. That's an incredibly important thing. Look, Blaise Pascal, speaking of philosophy, says this, that it's a great thing when you enter a room, just you with yourself, to be able to stay there for a while and not to be afraid of anything that you represent.
I've said this over and over again in my vlogs, and I recommend everyone to try traveling alone, because when you travel alone, at some point it gets quiet and you're left alone. You end up becoming friends with yourself, and you start to know and accept yourself exactly as you are. And after you've seen how you are and you've accepted yourself, of course, you try to improve what you don't like about yourself.
Of course, here you need wisdom, a lot of wisdom.
We're getting too philosophical. Let's get back to reality. Again, most questions. Because you can see, it's true that you can see there's an age difference between us. It's not nice to ask a woman how old she is. I don't have the slightest problem with that anymore, because I've gotten to know Ginny very well. And what matters a lot is the way of thinking. She has a very mature way of thinking. Most of the time, she's more mature than I am. I'm still a kid in many ways.
Parents say that women mature faster than boys.
So I know some of you will be nitpicky, and you have been before. Yes, there is an age difference between us. It's not a problem at all, and it will probably show over time.
Of course.
Other questions, let's take them one by one. These were the most intense and the most burning ones.
Okay, look, someone is asking if I eat pork.
Very good question, please.
Yes, I eat pork and all kinds. I was a vegetarian for 7 years. Okay, that's important, and I didn't eat meat at all, but I eat pork. It has nothing to do with religion. I'm Christian.
That's probably where this comes from.
That's probably where the question comes from, but I'm Christian. Okay, I don't necessarily have a problem with food from a religious point of view.
I'd like to add something to the question. Do you consider yourself 100% Romanian or not?
I see myself as fully Christian, but not fully Romanian.
Yes, because it would
Be hypocrisy on my part, and it's not right. I'm half Arab, my father is Iraqi.
That's what I had to say, and that's what I wanted to add with the question.
And you can't really deny your roots that much, and I don't want to do that either. I'm proud. I'm proud of both peoples who brought me into this world.
Anyway, you can tell by looking at you that you have features from Arabia too. I mean, from Iraq.
Yes, I inherited from my father too, from his side of the family, many things, both good and bad. That's how it is.
We don't choose our parents.
We choose our parents. There's a discussion here, even on this topic, it could be a philosophical discussion. Philosophical, yes.
Okay.
Next question. Someone is asking me if I have traveled before.
Have you traveled before?
I have traveled mostly in Europe and in Turkey, but not very much. I haven't really been a traveler in that sense, just like you.
You've already become.
But I like it. I already really like what we're doing.
I'm really happy about that, because we're going to travel a lot from now on. I see, I didn't know how you saved them. Let me read another question. How and where did you meet? That one I've already answered it. Michael, I've read this one as well. I'll return them, okay?
Right? Because there are different versions of these.
How do you correctly spell the young lady's name? I remember that her father is from Iraq. The second question is whether she speaks Arabic. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Yes, good question.
I think Marcel also wants to know many of these details. Yes, Jinan is written as it sounds, Jinan.
Ginn.
Exactly, Jinan. That's how it's written, right? Her father is from Iraq. Arabic language. I wouldn't want you to challenge me to speak Arabic.
Well,
Dad stayed with me for a little while, I understand. We spent a little time together. So yeah, not a good Arabic speaker.
but would you like to speak perfect Arabic? Yes, I would like that too.
But we will learn together. Let's learn together.
For my followers, I know that I am passionate about the Arabic language, and I always have been, and I really want us to go a bit deeper into the Arabic language. And we will tell you what we are going to do in the first part of the year regarding the Arabic language, but more towards the end when we go to
I think
plans.
I already told them in the first part. For those who are more attentive.
Yes, that's true.
And about how we met, I told them.
I've already talked about our relationship. A question for the vlog with the set of questions. Will you continue to travel in the Marian adventure style? Here I answer categorically yes, we will travel in the Marian adventure style. Of course, it's just that we'll adapt a little now because there will be two of us, but the style definitely remains the same. Also, don't unsubscribe if you want to see me alone because there will still be trips where you'll see me alone, so don't do that. Moving on. You read it?
I can't read it because I don't have my glasses and your handwriting is small. You won't change the way you approach travelers because of me.
Definitely not just here. What do I want? And we're going to upgrade the channel. Indeed, I know that thing you kept asking for was missing, namely better documentation of the places I travel to. My style has always been not to read too much about places because I like to discover them myself. You know, well, on the spot, to talk to people, to discover the history of the place right there, and not to come with stories from Wikipedia because I hate that. And clearly, we're not going to do that from now on either.
Not under any circumstances.
Not under any circumstances. But really, we will try to document ourselves better, to read more about the places we will visit, and we will filter them. And look, I can't find the words. And we will experience them. We will see if they are real or not on the spot.
We will probably process them through a personal filter and then...
But we will definitely come back with more information. She is passionate about reading and reads a lot, so she will definitely be an asset to the channel. I don't see anything wrong with that. The style of the channel, as I already told you, will definitely stay the same. We will look for information on the spot. We'll talk to people about the places, customs, and what's there, but we'll probably read more and filter the information on the spot.
How did I decide to join you on your travels?
I'm listening. Thank you for watching.
I decided when I saw you. It wasn't a very hard decision for us to make.
The moment we met, you clearly knew what I do and what my job is. So I think it wasn't hard.
So it wasn't hard and it was easy to give that answer.
I understood further.
When will you leave with your sister and your brother-in-law?
Well, we just had a little meeting a few days ago. Of course, we haven't decided anything yet. They're going to leave for Jordan now with another group, and sometime in April, I think, we'll try to take a trip together. Most likely it will be Algeria or Libya, not Lebanon. Sorry, one of those two, maybe both. Maybe we'll add something else along the way. We don't have anything certain yet, but that's where I'd like to go with them.
When are you planning to go to South Korea?
Good question, because it's part of the plan for the next trip. We will arrive in South Korea very soon, and both of us will get there because we are going on a long trip together. This time, starting from December 30th, which is in a few days, a journey begins. But we'll tell you about the plans at the end of this vlog.
You're going to move in together in Vorza?
Well, we're already together in Vorza. We didn't have the boys. We even put up the Christmas tree. Yes, we're going to travel together. We're going to live together. And more, we'll see what happens because those are the plans.
Where are you going after Christmas?
Yes, that's for the end. Part of the trip is already planned, and part of it we'll decide along the way because we don't know exactly where we'll end up yet.
Will you travel at some point with Master Radu as well?
There are chances. Why not?
No, are they asking if we met over the holidays?
Not yet, but in the next few days we will definitely meet.
If we considered a trip as a group of 4 with your sister and Jer?
We've already talked about it. Yes, it's in the plans. It's going to happen.
Someone's asking how we met.
We talked about this.
What plans do we have for the near future?
I already said that we are going to go on a trip together.
Where did you like it? Look, this is a question just for you.
I'm the only one talking already. I've taken over the conversation here. During this 2.5-month vacation, where did you like it the most? And I want 2 answers, please. The country and your favorite place can be different. I mean,
They don't have to be the same country.
They don't have to be the same country and the same place. Thank you. So which country did I like the most during this trip? If I think about it now, well, I think the top was Namibia. I really love Namibia. It's a very complex country. And what the others are missing is safety, because yes, South Africa is absolutely stunning, but because of the lack of safety, you can't really feel too comfortable traveling around there. And as for places, Kalandula Falls definitely makes the list. It's one of the coolest places of this year. So number 2, definitely without any doubt, the desert in Boa Vista that meets the ocean. See you in my next one. So that one for sure.
Was a new take on all this bay, right?
Yes, exactly.
I wasn't present, but I felt it too.
It was wow. So that place is wow. So those would be the 2 really cool places from this 2.5-month trip. Moving on, we talked about I told you from the start the other questions were about us, like how we met. That's what we talked about in the first part about this good thing. Marcel, welcome home. What trip is next? With the United States visa? What did you sort out? Yeah, I got the United States visa a bit anyway. I wasn't planning to go to the States anytime soon. I had the interview scheduled for December 22nd, but I canceled it. I rescheduled it because we're going to the United States visa interview 2 from now. So most likely it will happen sometime in the spring or summer, and we'll both go to the interview together. We've already talked about this. How are you managing with money now that there are 2 of you? Well, we'll see how we manage with money. We'll probably have to tighten our belts a little. Yes, we're adaptable, both of us. We're both adaptable, and I'm sure we'll manage. And where we're going now isn't a very expensive destination. Namely, we're heading to Asia because that's what it's about next. Here's a question about you. Ginny isn't working anymore or isn't working, we're waiting. Q is lucky with Ginny. He tidied up a bit and put a cover on Padar. It's true, you can already see it. She's made major changes here. Ginny is very hardworking. As they say in Vorza, she's very hardworking.
That's all I need since my mom looks at me and I feel bad.
You can really see it. She made a paradise here. We both cook, but I especially like when she does.
Sorry to interrupt you. It was paradise ever since I came.
I finished it, now it's complete. The same goes for your job.
I've had several jobs in the past.
I was trying to unlock my phone and it worked, yes.
Right now you're not working anymore.
Well, that's why those 1 or 2 months were terrible for us.
Yes, those 2 months were really tough.
Because we wanted to do things right.
Yes, and I used to work at a natural pharmacy before in Cluj. Before that, I was a chemical engineer in a homeopathy lab.
She liked it and I would too. Basically, what did you do there?
I was preparing homeopathic products, medicines. Yes, they are homeopathic medicines. Indeed, there's a long discussion about homeopathy. Homeopathy is a science.
I'm not sure what that word means.
Thank you for watching. The story is longer. Indeed, they have a certain effectiveness. It depends a lot on the preparer, on the one who prepares them. But their effectiveness is strictly related. From my point of view, it depends a lot on the faith of the person taking them, on the belief that they will be able to heal.
Homeopathic products are plant-based products.
Mainly plant-based. Yes, there are also substances and acids, for example, from which homeopathic products are made, but they are poisonous plants. Most of them are certain ones. For example, look, for fever, for high temperature, a certain plant is used which, when normally administered, actually causes a very high temperature in the body.
Interesting.
Yes, but very small, infinitesimal amounts are used to teach the body to adapt to that particular pathology.
Did you enjoy your conversation a lot? Yes, very much.
For me, learning this was a big challenge since schools don't teach this science. I understand you have to practice to learn, which was a big challenge. But I enjoyed learning because I knew it would result in something that would help people. I understood that. It's important, yes, and it motivates you, It really motivates you when you know that what comes from your hands will help someone else. Yes, I realize it's very motivating. I can see that. And when this motivation is the main one, it will definitely fulfill its purpose.
Great. How did you meet? We've already talked about it actually, but let's talk a little more about how we met.
Look, for example, I asked you at one point to tell me something like that. And you told me that you're not a very good storyteller.
It's true.
I told you she's way too good of a storyteller. Now it seems the roles have switched.
Because I'm always rambling and interrupting you.
You're a very good storyteller, I think even better than me.
I don't think I'm better than you. I don't think so. It froze again. Okay, moving on. You liked Rishka, surprisingly. So, surprisingly, there are 2 products I've tried for the first time since I met Ginny. I liked both a lot. Rishka, yes. I can't say I'm a huge fan or that I can't wait to eat it now. But it's good. It's actually good, and especially the one with milk. That one was the best.
So first you ate the buckwheat salad, then we had it with milk?
It was good, I can't say otherwise.
Well, it's a pretty bland product, after all, but It has a lot of benefits and I thought we should add it to our diet a bit. It can't hurt. Anyway, I thought we could take a bag of buckwheat with us through Asia. Maybe we'll find some there, maybe we won't, but we'll still bring some with us. And you'll get used to it pretty quickly. I'm a big fan of buckwheat.
I know you talked to me about buckwheat from the first day we met, every day, and we haven't had a chance to eat it because we haven't found any.
At one point when you were in South Africa, I sent you a picture because I had taken buckwheat with me to work, and you told me you didn't even want to hear about buckwheat anymore.
The buckwheat was good, I can't say it wasn't, but with milk it's even better now. It's a great addition to buckwheat. Okay, but chia made your way.
Butinka with milk.
The last one you made me with oranges, Mom, that was top.
I'm really glad.
I'm glad you liked it. It was really good. So I can tolerate buckwheat. I can't say I absolutely love it, but we'll definitely eat it again. We'll try more buckwheat recipes for sure. Traditional farmers, you got good news about the United States visa. The trip is coming up. We've already talked about it, but we've postponed the United States visa again. Anyway, I wasn't in a hurry to get to the United States. I thought I'd get the visa. Maybe I'll have a layover there. But now I've postponed it for the trip. We're both going to the visa interview next, Marcel and Ginny. I simply adore your mom, your sister, and your brother-in-law. The vlogs from Algeria are going to be amazing. We've already talked about this. Question for Ginny. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Well, since she's named Rai,
I didn't exactly fall from heaven. I didn't really fall. Heaven fell to earth, more like that.
let's talk a bit about your name too, Jinan.
In Arabic, it means the Garden of Eden. It means the Garden of Eden.
Paradise, beautiful, very beautiful.
Mom asked Dad to make a list of names from the Iraq region. Dad made a long list and Mom picked exactly this one. I think it's the hardest to remember and the most complicated. Very strange for Romania, really strange. There are also, look, many Arabic names that we find here as well. Aliyah, for example, is a name, my grandmother was named Aliyah. Aliyah is a common name, already often used here too. But Jinan isn't. My mother chose it for its meaning, I understood, and placed a heavy burden on me. You know, I can't behave badly since my name has that meaning. I have always felt that.
Anyway, that's another topic we'll discuss in depth later. What have you inherited from Arab culture? As a woman, it's wow, it's extraordinary. So many people don't know about Arab culture. They don't know almost anything about Muslims. It's true that I was the same. When I heard about Arabs, I thought of jihad and bad people. Until I went and met the Arab people, yes. Right now, I can say that they are one of the most fascinating peoples for me. The Arab people are even more fascinating now. And what you discover in Jinan from Arab culture inherited from his father. In terms of behavior as well as goodness, you feel like it's a discussion. We'll go deeper at some point. It's wow, absolutely, absolutely wow.
I'm glad you find elements from your travels here.
Okay, moving on. In what field do geniuses work? We've already discussed this, how you're going to combine traveling as a couple and work. We've already talked about this. In the next period, we'll just be traveling. Jeannie will be traveling with you full time now. Yes, that's the plan. We'll travel full time. I said, don't unsubscribe if you want to see just me. I'll still do some solo travels. And so on. Who is Jeannie? What does she do? Where is she from? Will she marry you? And do you get along? I haven't seen her until now. How come I haven't seen her until now? She's cute, delicate, good for her. I'm waiting for your answers. Well, let's take it one at a time. Who is Janie? I already said what she does for a living. I already said where she's from. I already said she's marrying you. That's too soon. I jumped in. I answered for you. You two get along very well.
More than I do?
I think that's already obvious and you can see it in us very clearly.
So much.
She's cute, yes. She's delicate, yes.
Those were just some polite observations.
Where did you meet? How are you handling money now as a couple? Well, we've talked about this before. We'll probably have to save a bit more, lower our standards a little. Or maybe the channel will grow and will travel at higher standards from now on. What job did Ginny have before? I've already said this. I've read about it. That's what it means. You should read more too.
Just that.
That's all, yes.
You should know there are many variations on the same theme.
There were a lot of repertoires.
The way we met.
Yes, and many of them were repeated, but I pretty much answered all of them. Basically, I intentionally left plans for the end. Because from the 28th here, I'm talking about myself. Mostly because I still haven't made any travel plans, but I'm an expert and I've already planned them many times.
That's true.
Of course, we consulted each other when we made these plans, and the first destination we're going to have came from her desire to go there. And somehow it happened to overlap exactly with one of my most burning desires. A desire that still hasn't been fulfilled for me. Somehow it just happened that I never made it to that place. I was always close, but never actually got there. Maybe it just wasn't the right time. I guess I never managed to get there. And one of the future destinations will be what Jinan really wanted. She'll ask where so I can show her, letting her join the conversation.
Thank you for watching. I want us to get to Hegra.
To Hegra?
To Madin Saleh.
Madin Saleh, Alula, Saudi Arabia.
I really want this.
Those of you who have followed me say...
From the very beginning.
Those of you who have followed me, you know that I had 2 attempts to get there. Each time I got as far as the gate and somehow I couldn't get in because the first time I didn't know I needed a ticket bought in advance. The second time I bought my entrance ticket in advance a month before. And when I got to the gate, I realized it was a scam and the ticket I had was fake. How can that happen? 3rd time's the charm. We've already bought our Hegra tickets from the official website, and on December 30th we'll head to Saudi Arabia. Now, it's true that we found out why we're leaving on the 30th and not on the 1st like I usually do. Usually it's because of the prices. Wizz Air has a really good promotion, and on the 30th we got a very cheap ticket, something like $50. Budapest to Jeddah, so we'll be in Jeddah for New Year's Eve, and after that we'll head to Arabia. Further on, I'll tell you now what tickets we have because the rest will be
a surprise for you and for
us too, a surprise. For those of you who asked if we will still travel in the Marian Adventures style after Saudi Arabia, yes, there will be a Marian Adventures 100 location coming. Namely, we will go to Bangladesh. We'll explore Bangladesh in Marian Adventure style and discover this country. I'm not sure what to expect yet, maybe something like India, but worse. But somehow it will be.
I told you to bring whipped cream.
We'll take whipped cream with us.
We'll take sausages with us.
Lanina.
Sausages, zumor, whatever else we have here, we'll take it with us and we'll manage.
Yes, so we will go together to Bangladesh. After Bangladesh, we will go to Kuala Lumpur, we'll have a short layover in Kuala Lumpur, and from Kuala Lumpur, we'll visit some of the most visited countries in Asia, which I have already visited in the past, but I wasn't a vlogger back then. And they are extraordinary places and countries where I really enjoyed myself.
So many beautiful places during the time when there weren't that many.
So many even now. That's why I wanted to return to these countries to make vlogs from there as well, because there are absolutely amazing places. And even though many travel vloggers have visited them, for sure each vlogger has a unique experience. I've said this before, and now I'm sure many of you will say, Asia again, we've already seen Asia from everyone, and now you're also going to Asia again. Well, you'll see that our experience, I'm convinced, will be totally different from the experience of any other vloggers. Stay tuned, we'll show you places. Anyway, the places I want to go to haven't been visited by vloggers. You know I'm Marian Adventures, right? So we'll go from Kuala Lumpur, then we'll go to Cambodia, after that Vietnam, and then from here we have more ahead. I hope we'll manage Laos too, and after that we don't really know the plans. We have a few destinations in mind. We might end up going through Papua New Guinea, East Timor, Australia, New Zealand. That's one plan. Or we might end up, on other islands in the Pacific, namely Palau, and there are a few more around there. Micronesia. The problem is that we have to check the flights because flights through the Pacific are very expensive. So these are just plans for now. We'll see where we end up afterwards. I think after about 2 weeks, we'll decide exactly what and how. The idea is that around the middle of March, we'll definitely get to South Korea. I really want to go to South Korea. Ginny wants to go to South Korea too. We'll probably also connect it with Japan for a few days during that period after mid-March and then at the end of March. Let's go home so we can start gardening.
Specifically with the garden and the flowers.
We have a lot to do, so that's pretty much our plan. Oh, and China will also go through China at the end of March and will come home from China. I still don't know exactly where. Like I said, these are just plans, but we will definitely go.
We're going with the wind and with a lot of joy in our hearts, and I'm truly convinced that it's going to be very good and very beautiful.
Yes, I'm convinced of that too, so those are pretty much the plans. I was just looking now. We've talked for 37 minutes, so this Q&A turned out to be pretty long. I hope I answered most of your questions, and of course, as time goes on, you'll get to know us even better. I prefer to keep some details private, and eventually, you'll find them out yourselves.
Yes, some things need to remain ours.
And I think it's better that way. That was pretty much this Q&A for now. If you have more questions, you can leave them in the comments and we will answer them as we go. There will also be live streams. We'll do live sessions at some point and we'll do more Q&As. But for now, these are the plans. That's what we'll be doing. I think you've also gotten an idea about Ginny. You've gotten to know her a bit. She introduced herself pretty well here, even though she doesn't like to do this.
Well, I'm not familiar.
Well, it's very normal for it to be like this because it's not easy for someone to say something in front of a phone and, speak up. It's hard. It's really hard.
It's hard, yes, it's hard at first.
Anyway, you adapted very quickly. You should know that.
Yes, thank you. It's good, all thanks to you. Because you were very warm with me, and so I didn't feel any fear when you turned the phone towards me.
With that being said, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and all the best. We thank you all for watching us. We thank you for subscribing to this channel. And if you haven't done it yet, we kindly ask you to do so. Exciting trips are coming up soon. We thank all the members and everyone who has donated to support this channel. Until the next vlog, which will probably also be from around Warsaw, from somewhere in the country, we hope it will snow.
We truly hope it will snow. We really want to catch a bit of snow at home.
All the best, goodbye, and Merry Christmas.